Hello students. Our topic in this video is earthquakes and tsunamis. Once again, this is Teacher Junrel and I will give you a clear discussion about this topic. Learning outcomes. At the end of this lesson, the student should be able to identify the causes and effects of earthquakes and tsunamis. Learners should be able to understand the geologic processes that lead to earthquakes and tsunamis, and describe the impacts these events can have on human populations and the environment. Develop emergency preparedness plans. Given the destructive potential of earthquakes and tsunamis, it's essential that learners understand how to prepare for these events and what to do in the event of an emergency. Understand the role of science in predicting and mitigating earthquake and tsunami risks. While it's not possible to predict exactly when or where an earthquake or tsunami will occur, scientific research can help to identify areas that are at higher risk and develop strategies to reduce the impact of these events. 1. Identify the causes and effects of earthquakes and tsunamis. Earthquakes and tsunamis have different causes and effects. Here's an overview. Causes of earthquakes. Earthquakes are usually caused by the movement of tectonic plates in the Earth's crust. When two plates move against each other, it creates a buildup of energy that is eventually released as an earthquake. Earthquakes can also be caused by volcanic activity, landslides, and man-made activities such as underground nuclear testing. Effects of earthquakes. Earthquakes can cause shaking and ground rupture, which can damage buildings, bridges, and other structures. The severity of the damage depends on the magnitude of the earthquake, the distance from the epicenter, and the local geology. Earthquakes can trigger landslides, avalanches, and tsunamis, which can cause further damage and loss of life. Earthquakes can also cause secondary effects such as fires, power outages, and disruption to water and sewage systems. Causes of tsunamis. Tsunamis are usually caused by large undersea earthquakes or volcanic eruptions. When these events occur, they can displace large volumes of water and create a series of waves that move across the ocean. Tsunamis can also be caused by landslides or meteor impacts in the ocean. Effects of tsunamis. Tsunamis can cause widespread flooding and damage to coastal areas. The waves can travel far inland, destroying buildings, homes, and infrastructure. Tsunamis can cause loss of life and displacement of populations. They can also have long-term effects on the economy, environment, and infrastructure of affected regions. Tsunamis can also have global effects, such as the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami that affected multiple countries and caused significant loss of life and damage. 2. Develop emergency preparedness plans. Developing an emergency preparedness plan for earthquakes and tsunamis is essential to ensure the safety of individuals and communities. Here are some steps to consider when developing such a plan. Understand the risks. Identify the potential risks and hazards of earthquakes and tsunamis in your region. Research the history of seismic activity in your area and the likelihood of future events. Create an emergency kit. Prepare an emergency kit that contains essential supplies such as water, food, medications, first aid kit, and other items that may be necessary in the aftermath of an earthquake or tsunami. Develop a communication plan. Establish a communication plan that includes emergency contact numbers, an emergency meeting place, and a plan for communicating with family, friends, and neighbors during a disaster. Know evacuation routes. Identify evacuation routes and shelter locations in your area. Familiarize yourself with these locations and ensure that everyone in your household knows how to reach them. Practice drills. Practice earthquake and tsunami drills with your family, friends, and colleagues. This can help you prepare for the event of an actual disaster. Stay informed. Stay informed about potential hazards and emergency alerts from your local authorities. This can help you make informed decisions in the event of an earthquake or tsunami. Review and update plan. Regularly review and update your emergency preparedness plan to ensure that it remains relevant and up to date. Remember, Preparation is key when it comes to natural disasters like earthquakes and tsunamis. By taking these steps, you can help ensure the safety of yourself, your loved ones, and your community. 3. Understand the role of science in predicting and mitigating earthquake and tsunami risks. Science plays a critical role in predicting and mitigating earthquake and tsunami risks. Here are some ways in which science helps to manage these natural hazards. Monitoring and early warning systems. Seismology, oceanography, and other scientific disciplines are used to monitor seismic and oceanic activity in order to identify potential earthquake and tsunami risks. Early warning systems can alert authorities and communities in advance of a potential event, giving people more time to prepare and take action. Hazard mapping and risk assessment. Scientists can use historical data, geological surveys, and other tools to create maps that identify areas that are at high risk for earthquakes and tsunamis. This information can be used to develop risk assessments and mitigation strategies. Building codes and design standards. Scientists can use data on seismic activity and building performance to develop building codes and design standards that can help to mitigate the damage caused by earthquakes and tsunamis. For example, buildings in earthquake-prone areas may be designed to be more resilient and flexible, while buildings in tsunami-prone areas may be built on stilts or other elevated structures. Research and innovation. Scientists are constantly researching and developing new technologies and strategies to help mitigate earthquake and tsunami risks. This might include developing new types of building materials or designing new evacuation routes and emergency response plans. Education and outreach. Scientists play an important role in educating the public about earthquake and tsunami risks and how to prepare for these events. This might involve developing educational materials, working with schools and community groups, and conducting outreach events to raise awareness about the importance of preparedness. Overall, science plays a crucial role in managing the risks posed by earthquakes and tsunamis. By leveraging scientific knowledge and tools, we can better understand and prepare for these natural hazards, reducing their impact on human populations and the environment. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Until next time, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe.